happy it hurts. Oh, ain't it marvelous? It's really the nurse. It came without a warning, right out of the sky. I pinch myself each morning, oh gee, I'm a lucky guy. Things look beautiful, it's just heavenly. Say, ain't that marvelous? My baby loves me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rural Rivals World Championship 2023. This is Group H admin matchup between MrMike and David Red Sox, and it's a little late in the night, so I may have to be a little quieter than usual, but shouldn't be an issue. Still gonna get hopefully a nice matchup here. As for maps, we'll be heading first into Santa Fortuna, chosen by MrMike, then into Ambrose, chosen by David Red Sox, and our RNG map will be Whittleton Creek. So, very nice map pool there once again, and hopefully gonna be a great matchup. Of course, you want to see tight games, but we'll see how this one goes. In about a minute and 15 seconds, we'll have Santa Fortuna underway. We had a little bit of a delay here, but we will get the show underway regardless. And stats wise, looking fairly even here. MrMike, 4 wins, 4 losses, and 3 draws, whereas David Red Sox, 3 wins and 6 losses. And these guys have played each other on Santa Fortuna before, and MrMike took that map back whenever that happened. I don't remember exactly, but David Red Sox obviously trying to turn the tides here a little bit and get his first win against MrMike on the map here. Now, as for the group stage, real quickly, so currently MrMike is third in the group with 22 points, and David Red Sox sixth with 8 points. So neither of them are currently confirmed advancing, but David obviously needs every point he can get from these remaining couple of matches. But the first spin is here. We have Rico Delgado fall as construction worker, Jorge Franco letter opener as elite guard with no pacification, and Andrea Martinez cleaver as gardener. So very straightforward spin, at least in terms of the Rico and Jorge. Well, actually, straightforward spin in terms of all of these guys. So now for a fall, you could do the bridge isolation, then follow that up by getting the gardener, getting the cleaver on the way to Andrea, get that kill out the way, grab the letter opener while you're up there, and get a construction worker, kill Rico, then get an elite guard from real close, and then go into Jorge. And yeah, like Yanini said in chat, bridge ISO just seems so convenient for this one. Mike, however, has chosen to start in the mansion staff disguise, so we'll not be seeing a bridge ISO from him. And we'll even opt to leave Rico alone for the time being, whereas David has chosen to start in the suit, but instead will not head to Rico either. So either one of these guys going for the Red Fox Bridge ISO here. So when David gets a real crazy spot there from that lady, I don't know how she saw the shot taken there, but that's a restart for David, unfortunately. And Mike has grabbed the gardener from Rico's mansion grounds, and he's also grabbed the cleaver from the downstairs kitchen, so he has the kill ready for Andrea, just needs to get to her. Might not make it when she's upstairs, and it looks like Andrea is just about ready to leave, so Mike will be waiting for Andrea to go into the going into the meeting room with Paula. We'll get this street guard out of the way in the meanwhile, and David Red Sox will get caught by an enforcer as he's gotten the gardener, but so unfortunate for him. Paula will be in the meeting room for Mike now in a second. Giannini saying, I think Mike's approach totally works too. Could reach Rico upstairs in time with the construction worker, which is fair enough. If that works, then that's good plan for Mike, definitely. Mike has got the kill onto Andrea, has gotten rid of her body, now trying to drag Paula. Unsuccessful at first, but eventually gets it as well. David has now gotten the gardener as well, and will in fact grab this cleaver. This one that I thought you would go for, maybe. Especially with the bridge ISO, but he'll get caught crowbarring the door. I'm not sure why he went for the crowbar when the free disguise is there, and Mike with the loud gunshot onto the camera box will get hunted instead, so restart for him, unfortunately, as well. Now, slight change of plan there, taking the snail and smuggling in a pistol, so his life will be a little easier whenever he gets that. Now, David has once again gone for the free gardener here in the village. It is obviously a little sketchy grab, but it works for him with all those enforcers around. So Mike now once again working his way from the mansion to the gardener, and then up to Andrea. Now David this time going through the window as you should, getting the cleaver that way. Not getting caught crowbarring the door this time by the guy who has the gold idol. But David still could make it to Andrea upstairs. Just won't be getting a gun click or anything. It has to be like a peekaboo. Does get clipped by the cameras, but not an issue there. Does he have anything to throw? Throws the briefcase. So we'll get this peekaboo. The peekaboo is known to not always work, but they will work for David. Now it just needs to be careful because the guards can hear a lot. Not sure if that was heard. Hopefully not. We'll dump Andrea's body over the railing. That is the first kill for David down now as well. David also has the silenced pistol there, so getting rid of the camera is not an issue for him. And now we'll grab the letter opener and take his briefcase with him as well, as expected. Mike once again trying to go for the downstairs isolation onto Andrea, which he will do in just a little bit. Paula in the room, Andrea in tow, just a little behind. David now going for his construction worker, getting this little iffy line prompt, but we'll get it eventually. And there, Mike has gotten the kill now and will also just not dump the bodies this time, either saving him a little bit of time. So Mike getting the shot off successfully, not hunted this time. All good in that regard. So Mike a little behind of David here, but still making a good enough time for now. David making his way towards Rico, currently at the hostel area. Mike though might use this snail for a maybe the elite guards here instead, not going for the construction worker, which looks like exactly what he will do. Drops the snail in front of these two elite guards. We'll get them both. And we'll grab one of their disguises as well. So he has now access to the caves. And David looking like he's going for Rico in his office here. David also getting this one annoying guard dealt with. No issues there made with a good cycle. Nowhere to catch him this time. Mike making his way through the caves as I speak about David. So now we'll likely see David attempt to kill here in just a little bit, whereas Mike will instead go for Jorge first. And David has the letter opener as well, so remember to grab it from the Andreas compound. Now David didn't quite get Rico where he wanted him, definitely, but still decent enough if that wasn't heard. And looks like it wasn't. Will be a unconscious witness for a little bit, but there he goes. Gets the green guns back. All is good for David. Now he would obviously like a disguise to get his way out, and will, never mind, not go for the disguise, but we'll go for a seeker on this guy so he can KO him. Make life a little easier going around the mansion. And that is the second kill now down cleanly for David. Mike making his way back to Andreas' compound, and yeah, it looks like he's forgotten the letter opener, but with the elite thug obviously allowed in the compound area, so and just go swoop that in. But it is still a time loss that you don't want to see, unfortunately. David blazing his way through the spin now. Just needs that elite guard, and then needs to get the Jorge kill. Still has one seeker dart for Jorge, hopefully. Now, a little bit of thinking there from David. Looks like this is an enforcer. He's gonna move in a little bit, but we'll have the worst cycle possible for David's intentions as of now. And there he goes, finally moves out the way, so David can get to the caves here through this door. Now he will be trespassing, but should be able to grab a disguise somewhere here, hopefully. They are a little panicking still because of the fire extinguisher explosion, but Mike will in the meanwhile be going for Jorge as expected. David not getting quite the result he wanted. The guard is panicked, but I would assume the guard is panicking because of the fire extinguisher explosion panic spread. But David now just has to wait it out in this little dugout here. It was very delayed for sure, but in the meanwhile, life's turned normal. Mike will get the kill onto Jorge, and that will be the second one for him. Now David has got this elite guard here, but can't really go for the knockout because he's in a fairly awkward spot for that. So likely maybe trying to use the wind-up toy. Maybe make his life a little easier. But we'll have to see what David goes for. Now, Mike making his way towards the mansion area, now likely gonna want to isolate Rico somewhere he can throw him out. Getting peekaboo there from Mike. Gonna get the knockoff, but will be seen unfortunately by the other guards. And that is a restart fairly far in from David, unfortunately. So Mike now, even with not necessarily going the most optimal way around for the targets, is now in a huge lead because of that restart from David. So Mike looking like he's gonna just go for the classic fall here with Rico into the hippo enclosure. It will obviously take a while, but he still also doesn't have his construction worker disguise either. But has to clear out this hippo enclosure area of these couple of guys. Yes, the hippo whisperer first there now gets knocked out onto the guard as well. And now just needs to drag these guys a little bit. Now, Rico won't be here right away. Obviously, you still hasn't thrown the meaty bone in. But there he goes. Rico's only at the at his own office, so he will take a little bit. Mike now making his way towards the construction site by the looks of things, and likely going to be getting one of the construction workers from there. Now those two guards will be in the way for Mike whenever he's going to be coming back from the oh, but the enforcers turn at the worst moment. Mike now a little stuck. David has gotten the corner subdue off onto Andrea as well. And Mike has also now gotten the double, but yeah, as I was saying, that guard hears so much. Now, that other guard has heard the frontal KO, unfortunately for David, so now he needs to pull some magic if he wants to save this. Can David save this now, or will Mike take a enormous 11-minute lead here? In a very, very, very tough spot there for David as we are now. Tries to go for a gun flash, but it doesn't work. Instead gets caught trespassing, and that will be MrMike now in a huge 11-minute lead, with Rico hopefully heading towards the hippo area and in the right disguise with all kill basically at his grasp whenever Rico arrives himself. So yeah, a little sketchy looking KO there, but Mike gets away with it. And David this time not so successful with this bullet panic. Now, as I said, Rico nowhere near being close to the hippo enclosure, so now Mike could just go for the hippo whisperer here and actually go tell Rico that Miho is up, which is exactly what he is gonna do. So gonna speed up this process of getting Rico to the hippo enclosure a lot, as he's now only walking down and about. He's going upstairs though, so obviously the hippo whisperer I don't think is allowed upstairs in the mansion, so or in the mansion area, like indoors area in general. So this is now really awkward for Mr. Mike. Mike has gone up to the never mind, he is allowed up there. I completely misremember. Yeah, I'm this is due to me. I didn't know you were allowed in there as the hippo whisperer either, but the more you know, the more you know. And yeah, that will be now Mike getting Rico going to the hippo enclosure. Yeah, I never knew that you could get the get Rico isolation going from inside the mansion. Yeah, uh, nice there from Mike. Good knowledge. Me personally, I would have never known that. I would have thought I'm trespassing inside the villa, but Mike, only thing he has to do is remember to change disguise, but this far in, I don't think that Mike has that issue. On the other side, David has gotten the kill onto Andrea once again. Now looking to get this construction worker up near the compound, and does get it off successfully. Now we'll be heading towards Rico next, but Mr. Mike slowly but steadily with Rico gonna be walking towards his victory in the map of Santa Fortuna. Did David pick up the letter opener? I don't know, and it looks like he has just realized he hasn't picked it up, so yeah. David now having to go back to the mansion, just like, or not mansion, the compound area, just as Mike had to in his run. But now with 10 minutes left, this is basically where we end up in the no reset zone. Mike there gets the KO onto Rico. Now he can grab the keys from him, gets the dump off into the hippo's pool, and will be allowed to exit as the hippo whisperer. No trespassing, no nothing to worry about, just has to get to the car. That will be Mike taking the first map of this matchup. If he gets into the car successfully, or even if he wants to play it safe, he can go for default exit. But looks like he will go for the car. Now you are trespassing in the garage, but with enough of a loop around, no issues there for Mike. And just before the clock turns to 20.5 minutes, that will be Mike exiting with an in-game time of 16:07, a new personal best, by the way. Very, very nice there from Mr. Mike. This was like the definition of slow and steady. Like, wasn't necessarily the cleanest, not the most the fastest, by far from the fastest, but still with less rips than David. Getting the job done, getting the 2 points from his own map pick. Now, next up, as I said, will be Ambrose, chosen by davidredsox. Me personally, I like Ambrose as a map, but I know that is a Ambrose Island is a very divisive map in terms of you either like it or you don't. So we'll see. Obviously, David kind of likes it, I guess, because he's picked it, but not played too much. Only one Ambrose map before this, and it was a loss, whereas Mike has had 3 plays, 1 win, and 2 losses. Now, and Brody in the chat saying, with that map win, MrMike has qualified. So that will be our 3rd person confirmed qualified from Group H, behind Frody and Yanini. Now, Mike, with a full sweep, could tie Yanini in points. However, I believe Yanini has the... I don't remember who Yanini lost against, but I want to say he will have the head-to-head. Oh, never mind. Mike actually won against Yanini, so if Mike sweeps here, he will actually take the 2nd place for the time being, if I'm correct. But that is only if he sweeps. So we'll see if that happens. David, with even a single point off, will ruin that plan. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is Mike's last match of the group stage, so very solid gameplay so far. And yeah, like Yanini said, if he sweeps, then Yanini would need to take at least 1 map to be 2nd, and all 3 to take 1st. So, and Yanini is going to be playing Prody tomorrow, so that will be another admin matchup, but that will also be very nice matchup because he has once again the group win on the line as well. But back to the map in hand, we have Ambrose Island. The spin is here now. We have Noel Crest, Silenced Assault Rifle as Militia Soldier with no pacification, and Sinhi Akaventhan next snap as Engineer. So now this could be a fast spin. This definitely could be a fast spin. All you need is basically a you need the Silenced AR. If you want to bring the bomb, bring the bomb. You probably should bring the bomb if you want to go for a record, but and then a Seeker. And that should be all you need. Realistically, don't even need to smuggle anything. Definitely record potential in my eyes. Now, yeah, funnily enough, Observer, who's also in the chat right now, has the current record. Said it only like a day or so ago, or something like that. Very recently. So this could be that record taken from him very quickly. Now, Mike has got the bomb delivery set up, has got the silenced AR at hand in the briefcase. Now just needs the soldier disguise here, which he will get by throwing stuff into the bushes here. Gets the knockout. Doesn't go for the kill, however. He's... Uh-oh, this is wrong disguise. Mike, don't do it. Mike, don't do it. That's wrong disguise, and gets ripped anyway, so... There goes Mike's chances for the record. Now, David has gone the militia soldier. He has changed into the correct disguise as well. Now has his chance to go for the kill. Gets the kill. Now, it was heard by the chef, so he will... or cook, rather, not chef, but cook. We will come investigate, however. David should be fine with all these bodies hidden now. We'll even leave the AR into the bushes as well. So hopefully no issues there from David. Now we'll go for the engineer next, which is just as simple as knocking this guy out at the pier. Now, as got the engineer, Akka is making her way out, so he has a perfect timing here for like a durian, which is exactly what it looks like he's going for. Now, durian is a legal throw as well. He could just throw it, but looks like David wants to play it safe instead of going for a record here, which is understandable. You're not always looking to go for the absolute fastest time, but yeah, we'll be playing it safer than going for speed. Now I don't know if that hit. That looked like a little short, but David is confident it hit, and it looks like it has. So good for David. And Spot, I think the durian, if I remember right, the durian does still lock on. So you can get a lock on with the durian, if I remember right. I want to say yes, but I don't remember. It's been a little bit. Now, Mike has also gotten the kill onto Noel as well. Just a little bit more behind for Akka. Trying to go for Seeker, but he's gonna get spotted now. David has gotten the kill, so he still has time here if he's fast to go for the record. Maybe it's a matter of seconds here if he will. I think he'll just barely miss it because he went for the durian so late, and there he goes. The timer for the world record has officially passed. But David will finish. I believe that is 8 seconds behind Observer's record. So, yeah, that was very close. If David went for a faster durian onto Akka, he probably would have gotten the record here, but chose to play it safe instead. Missed it by a couple seconds. And yeah, that challenge David got, I believe Mike will also get it in just a little bit, because it is it was one of the couple challenges that was added today, which include the Stadia exclusive rewards, and you get that from blowing up the satellite control unit. And I'll assume Mike will also get it there as well. And there you go. So both of these guys have now officially unlocked the Sunset Rubber Ducky. And actually, funnily enough, with that said, we have a chance at another one of those Stadia challenges here in Whittleton, because the briefcase can be unlocked from here. So, and there you saw it, the Sunset Rubber Ducky for David. Mike should have the same thing whenever he decides to go to the menu. So, yeah, Whittleton is also one of the 3 that got the new challenge. It's the Cloud9 challenge. There you see 1 out of 1 completed for David. And yeah, there's the Sunset Rubber Duck. And the Whittleton Creek one will be the briefcase. You just need to KO a target with a briefcase. So it's fairly obvious that that can be also done mid roulette match. You just need to KO someone with a briefcase that is a target. So we might see another pop-up here for a challenge, but who knows? Now, obviously, Whittleton Creek, stats-wise, definitely in favor of MrMike. 8 wins and only 2 losses, and one of those wins against David. Now, David with 4 wins and 8 losses, and one of those losses, obviously, against Mike. So we'll see. what happens with this one. Map record for this one not as recent as Ambrose or SF for that matter, I believe. This is one of the older map records here at 405 by Joker from RR9 all the way there. So maybe we'll see another record attempt, maybe not, but yeah. Also, as Blunt's pointing out, the loadout choice is impeccable for both, bringing in a pistol and a crowbar, leaving everything else empty. Although Mike is starting currently from the suit, whereas David is going for the exterminator. So a little bit of a difference there in terms of start there. And also, now that David has those 2 points, that means MrMike will not overtake Yanini in the scoreboard, and Yanini will instead stay second place. But the final map will be here finally with Janus as shotgun as politician's assistant and Nolan Cassidy with a pistol as construction worker. So Mike's suit start there actually paying off this time. Probably want to start getting that politician's assistant disguise at least ready, even if you don't go straight for Janus, which you probably still will do, as Nolan is usually the last one to go in terms of Whittleton spins. Now, Mike is on the way, has gotten all the distraction shots for the NPCs nearby, and clean grab there, no issues whatsoever. David now doing the same thing. Gets the couple of shots off, but instead doesn't go for a trank, goes for something completely different. Goes for a throw into Nolan's backyard. Okay, so a little slower approach here from David, but it is maybe a little safer than Mike just changing out in the open. But this will obviously give a lead to Mike, unless David goes for a Nolan isolation here while he's at Nolan's backyard. Maybe going for a Nolan peekaboo here could be an option, definitely, as Nolan will be downstairs right about now. But politician's assistant has made his way here. There's a whole crew of people here. The politician and his bodyguard as well. So they got a whole meeting there. Now David has the politician's assistant, but Nolan just leaving before he can get the peekaboo off, and that is unfortunately a restart for him. He would have gotten a target lockdown. And Mike has gone for the gramophone lure and has gotten the kill off onto Janus way before Gunther even came upstairs. So Gunther has decided to respectfully head out. Somehow telepathically has realized his boss is no more. And well, didn't go very far by the looks of it. Just decided to hang around in the stairs. And that is a restart for Mike. And David in the meanwhile as well restarting. I think may have missed the throw onto the politician's assistant or something. I'm not exactly sure. But Mike will now go for the politician's assistant once again. Gets it off. No issues whatsoever. And David this time opting to also take the trank with him. Likely going for the same politician's assistant grab as we saw Mike do just now. They're getting all the distraction shots off. But he's too close and gets hunted by that one guy at the park. So another restart there for David. Yeah, he could just use the trank on the politician's assistant, and also for the undercover guy for the pistol, but chooses bring his own in. Now, Mike has gone to the gramophone this time a lot earlier than last time. So now Janus will have Gunther in tow, basically. And should hopefully make things a little easier for Mike, considering he doesn't have to use a trank for a hallway guard. We'll just get this knockout onto Gunther and get the kill onto Janus as the politician's assistant. The enforcer guy with a back turn to Mike. Nice timing there for him. This guy, however, not so good. If you go for a corner throw here, that is always risky. So Mike likely just gonna wait out the guy, waiting him to move, but David has a green crime notice there. He has alerted someone from Nolan's house. Hopefully not a restart. You know, the funny thing is, this is not even the first green guns crime notice I've seen this tournament alone. This is at least the second time. But yeah, David has a crazy amount of people in the bushes here. Trank this one guard who's now gonna calm down finally, gets the knockoff. David basically has half the, like, probably most of the lower floor Nolan's bodyguards down in the garden, basically, in the bushes. So yeah, this is kind of like a budget Red Fox here for David. Now David will go for the clues. He already got the letter from Spencer, so doesn't need to grab that from the Janus's basement. Now has gotten all the clues, and there it is, officially getting the pop-up for that. Well, now Batty is wondering what the hell happened to his door, and will get a shovel to the back of the head anyways, but Mike there unfortunately spotted once again, and David now in the lead even without any kills. Gonna go for this construction worker next. Gonna be wanting to take this Nolan kill out here so he wouldn't have to go around this way. Or KO from that close, always sketchy as hell, but David doesn't get caught this time. Gets the KO off, gonna drag the body in further for extra safety now. Has to correct disguise for the Nolan kill, who is obviously in the bushes alongside basically half of his bodyguards. Now, David just has to get to him and does have the pistol ready. Has to be careful for NTK here. And there it is. David will get the first Nolan kill of the match. Now just has to get the politician's assistant and get the get Janus killed, and he should be good to go. Mike once again going for the gramophone. Gunther again close by, but will head further in downstairs, so looks like Mike won't be getting Gunther again this time unless he waits for him to come back, which is maybe what he's gonna do if he even walks up here. Looks like Mike will play the patience game Gonna wait for Gunther, make his life easier. Now David has gotten the politician's assistant there in the meanwhile. So now he just needs to go to this to the bench, get his shotgun. Mike has locked down Janus though. So this is now fairly awkward situation for him. Janus is somewhat alone, but we'll go into the... I believe he goes to the garage first. That's a trank. You can't shoot the cameras with a trank. Does shoot it eventually with the pistol, but... No, goes to the basement. I remembered wrong. Sometimes he goes to the garage. But, yeah, Mike now at the basement with pretty much the entire upstairs crew, apart from the one guy who was like, I do not care. David will be waiting for Janus to come down, but he's heading up to the oxygen tank now. He just about gets to slip by from the hallway there, gets the KO onto Gunther, gets the kill onto Janus. No one from the hallway has heard anything, and there is David getting the second kill as well. Just about sneaks by before the guard enforcer turns as well. Now just needs to make his way to an exit, and that will be David taking the second map for himself from this matchup. Obviously the third map, but the second map win for David here. And yeah, MrMike with a very recent restart there. Unfortunately, no time to catch up, and that will be David Red Sox taking the last 2 points from this map. And that is GG's to both of these guys. Very nice matchup, as I expected. David playing really nice in Ambrose, playing a little cleaner in Whittleton than Mike did. But Mike, with that one map win, has confirmed his way through into the knockout stage, regardless of this loss here. So here is the bracket itself. Hopefully, well, not updated yet. Guess I'll give it a little bit. Try to refresh, see if that helps. Well, he hasn't, but... Oh, no, he has, actually. It has updated. So, yeah, this doesn't show Mike yet advancing, because oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess technically Spot and David can still overtake him. Yeah, yeah, so David, if he gets 2 sweeps, could get to 24. Spot could get to 24. But, well, okay, so you both can't overtake. Well, I'm wrong there, but... So Mike should be... Oh, David plays against Spot. Okay, so yeah, Mike is qualified. It just doesn't show here. So yeah. David does need 2 full sweeps to qualify, so still doable, but difficult. And Spot would need at least 2 wins to tie Mike, or then just a single map win to get ahead of Spiel. So still, that last spot to play for Mike is advanced, even though it doesn't say here. But will be an interesting group as well, along with everything else. Now, this was the last matchup of today. We'll be heading back in tomorrow evening with my game against Aphrodite. Now, there's a lot in line for me specifically in that matchup, not so much for Afro, who unfortunately cannot qualify anymore. but for me, there's the qualification to play for and positioning on the group. So we'll see how that ends up tomorrow. We'll be playing Hokkaido, Sapienza, and Dubai. Do that. And then an hour after that epic matchup, we'll have the epic matchup from Group H, another admin face-off of Brody and Yanini basically playing for the group win here. Brody obviously with the lead for now, but Yanini with a sweep could still take it. Then 2 hours from that match, we get the long-awaited Luke.png versus PGAero. Luke getting access to Hitman once again through various means. Means he can finish his group stage matches in time, which is always what you love to see. Then an hour later of that, we have Spot the Cab versus David. Also an important match for both of those guys and their qualification dreams. And Pidgeotto versus Scruffy also happening tomorrow, an hour and a half from the Pidgeotto versus Luke game. So yeah, a lot of these games will be having a big impact on the qualifications tomorrow. And then also my eyes go straight to that Ducker versus SRP game on Saturday morning. That will also basically decide one of those two guys qualifying. If I haven't already qualified tomorrow. So, well, if I qualify tomorrow, that means that Ducker versus SRP game, which is, I believe, the last match of our group as well, will confirm the last qualification spot regardless. So, very interesting game there. And then obviously Osh versus Peter, also another basically qualification match on Saturday, and only 6 additional matches afterward. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the group stage here, and fast approaching the knockout stage draw. This is been a very interesting group stage. I feel like a very balanced one as well in terms of the groups, and it is great to see the intensity staying throughout the entire stage, and with not having every group basically figured out by the end of like week 2. So make sure you stay watching these matches, especially tomorrow. A lot of these games with big meaning to their groups, so will be amazing to see. Now, with that said, I won't take any more of your time right now. Thank you from my part for watching. Thank you, Brody, for adminning this match. Thank you, Mike and David, for this amazing game. GG's to both of these guys. I hope to see you all in the upcoming streams from myself or someone else. And have a great evening, day, whatever time it is for you. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.